Another good basketball game between us. It's always a battle. It's always very, very physical. They are so good defensively that you have to be patient on offense. At the same time, you probably got to take the first good look that you see, or you might not get another one longer in the possession. So we try to be fairly aggressive on offense and take the first good look that we got. Sometimes that got us in trouble. I think the game in the first half was a three-point game. I thought we played really good defense, but we gave up too many second chance points. A lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks. I think they had 11 second chance points out of their 25 in the first half. And I thought in the second half we did better in that part, which allows us to extend it a little bit.
Questions for Coach Blair? Holding Kinderneck to 1 of 9 is a pretty good feat. Kind of talk a little bit about how you're able to keep her under wraps.
Try to stay with her.
Yeah.
A lot of screening, action, and we've played them 4 times now. We know their stuff, they know our stuff, so I guess it helps me know what's coming. But I think we do a good job talking on switches if I need help, and other than that, just knowing. She's a good player, so.
Coach, a lot of foul trouble there in the first half. How concerning was that? And did you feel like your team did a pretty good job of playing smart in the second half?
I did. I thought it was great. We didn't play Marissa much there at the end of the first half, and we got down, I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 maybe. And Carly Spicer came in and battled really hard. She plays as hard as anybody plays, and gave us great minutes there in the first half, allowed us to keep running some stuff, and then played good defense or fouled when she needed to foul. And, for us to be up 3, I thought that we didn't quite play very good, and I thought they played pretty good in the first half, so I was happy. For us to have a 3-point lead at the half was a positive for us, we felt like.
What was the key to that run that you had about midway through the second half? You went on an 8-2 run, I believe.
I think if I'm thinking about the same one, I think that's probably when Marissa got maybe 4 or 6 points in a row. We run some different stuff, and obviously people try to take away the post or double her or get her pushed out of there, but we feel like when she can catch it on the block, she's a load in there. And when she's coming in fresh, and I think she'd been out a little bit and came in and we pumped it in 3 straight times maybe, and she scored 4 or 6 there. That gives everybody a boost. Just like when Laura or Rachel hit a big 3 for us, everybody gets a little confident. And when they see Marissa go one-on-one on the block and make a big play, that gets everybody going a little bit.
To beat Washburn 3 times in basically 3 weeks, does that kind of, feel like you can beat anybody right now?
Well, we feel like we're playing well, and if we can continue to do that, I think we'll be tough to beat. But there's obviously very, very good teams here. You wouldn't be here. So on any given night, you have to play at a high level to win these kind of basketball games in the NCAA tournament, and we'll have to play just as good tomorrow night, whoever we play. But yeah, of course, they're a big rival. They put it on us pretty good the last few years, for the most part. So it feels great to go 3-1 against them this year.
You talked about it, Marissa, get pounded inside, but, in about 3 minutes ago in the game, they double-teamed her, she kicks it out to Laura, and she hits a big 3. How nice is that having, an inside game, but you can just kick it out and hit a much-needed 3?
Well, that's why we're hard to guard. And no disrespect to any of Washburn's players, but we aren't overly concerned with McCall or Elliott shooting 3s on their team, and we can really focus in on Kinderneck and making sure that we make, life as hard for her during the game. And our personnel allows us to, put you in situations where maybe you have to pick and choose. You're going to double down on Marissa and maybe leave Rachel and Laura, and even Ree's been shooting it really well lately. Those guys might get an open one, and right now they're making those shots. And if you don't double Marissa and really cover out on the 3-point line, then Marissa's good enough to hurt you one-on-one. So we just put, with our personnel, we're capable of putting pressure on you defensively.
Laura, you just talk a little bit about the mindset when they cut it to 4. You came out and made a big play. Were you just trying to stay pretty aggressive when they did make it close late?
I knew the game was coming down to who's going to make the big plays, and I felt like it was my role to make the big play in that moment, and so I was able to do that, so I'm glad I was able to help my team out.
You guys seem to have a big physicality advantage. Was that, how much of a part of your game plan was that?
Well, I don't know about that. They kicked our butt on the glass again for the third out of fourth times. I think we beat them good at our place on the glass, and they pretty much dominated the rebounding margin in both games. I mean, they're physical in there. Moeller's very tough. McCall is an unbelievable athlete that can elevate above anybody. Elliott is just a hard-nosed, tough kid. You know, I feel like we're physical as well, at least on the block. You know, Jocelyn plays very physical. Marissa, Sarah, those guys play physical. But really, I mean, we're more of a finesse team. That's just who we have. But for us to, against these guys, we try to keep it close on the glass. You know, I asked them to try to win by one, and that's a little bit of a stretch because they're such a dominating rebounding team.
Anything else?